early. Excuse me. Mostly to make sure that my sound is working. Also for me to figure out what the heck we're doing today. Hooray! And I need to switch my things. Yay! Sound is totally working. That's because I remembered to unmute this time. I want to switch over to dashboard. Should probably get Streamlabs up. Should probably get Mast up. All these things. And should probably see what Space Telescope Science Institute wants us to switch to. Ooh. Press releases. Our locations, career opportunities. Their chairs look comfy. I want their chairs. Alright, so maybe if I just go straight to Mast. Astro Query downloads. Yeah, Space IL totally followed you on Twitter. That's amazing. Auth News author asks for exclusive CRO and Astro Query, C, auth, and release notes. Okay. Oh, that's exclusive data. We don't work with exclusive data. I don't care then. I really don't care. Because that's their proprietary data. So let's go back to Mast. Maybe if I just do a search for IRAF. I know they're trying to get rid of both. Astroconda. Hey! Welcome. Hey, Ricky. I had OBS up and I can't read the small things on OBS. So my dogs are literally just off camera. Why do you do this? You may ask a random question. I may not answer, but you can sure ahead and ask. What's snowing? Hey, Refs Matt, it's snowing. The sky. I moved the chat window over so I can see it. Science Software Branch. I think everything's just switching to Astroconda. No dog, throw food. Okay, we can do that. If a fly is in a car and that car is going 25 miles per hour, does that mean the fly is flying 25 miles per hour? God damn it. I'm not in physics class anymore. The fly does not, I do know that the fly does not feel like it's flying 25 miles per hour. I think. I don't actually know how that works. The fly is only flying if it is in the air. This is very true. Yeah, dog. Yeah, they're suckers for, do I have this down a bit low? Something not quite right. We have an eye of Puck now. I need to mark on the floor exactly where I need you guys to stand. He's like, but mom, 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 mom. There you go, sit. You guys can't tell, but he's sitting. Can you speak? Look what I got, speak. Come on. Come on. You're like, it's a little early for a Cheerio, Mom. Speak. Come on. Woof. Come on, you can do it. That's weak. Come on. Woof. There you go. Again. Woof. Speak. Yeah? There you go. Just for you. Also, for those of you that are not aware, this camera kind of faces my front door. So if you see random legs walk in, it's just favorite human. Also, that's why you see coats and sweatshirts and scarves and stuff. Yeah, but the fly wouldn't be mush because it has an exoskeleton. What if IRAF? And I think if I do IRAF set psi. Yeah, sudden loss of velocity is usually very, 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 very bad. And now I feel like... because they just talked about all of this. And I'm not sure if it was IRAF or... I'm trying to find the new thing that we're all going to be using instead of IRAF. And it is not pulling up. There you go, Tinker. Please tell us about IRAF. IRAF is a pain. It is... it runs on Linux only and Macs, which isn't a problem because the astronomy world runs on Linux and Mac. But, yeah, we probably don't have a command for IRAF. And I'm not going to be using it. I went to the American Astronomical Society winter meeting, like, earlier this month. And, I got a whole bunch of stuff essentially stating that please stop using IRAF. We're switching to something else. And I think it is Astroconda. But IRAF is difficult to use. It's free, but it's difficult to use. It can be tricky to install, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, we don't need a command for IRAF. IRAF needs to die in a fire, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. I'm going to stop looking for that because I can't find it. And yeah, IRAF totally needs to die in a fire. So, and I may have Astroconda already set up, I don't know. But today we are totally going to today we're totally going to go through the Master Archive, and I know somebody sent me suggestions for things to colorize. Yeah, IRAF has been like forever. It has been. And Sorry, I'm scrolling. Scrolling. Now I'm going through my mentions to see if there was it, and apparently that was all. So, okay. I know I was tagged. So today, for sure, we are going to be... Hey, stop it. I know you have strong opinions on this. We're going to be going through Mast, and we're going to find things to colorize. And I had previously asked for suggestions, and I am still open to suggestions. If you want to see a planet, I think we actually settled on a planetary nebula. So I think that's what we're going to search for today. I'm searching and I just can't find it. So that's fine. Yeah, I haven't done a planetary nebula yet. I've done, what, almost entirely galaxies? And planetary nebulae are pretty. And I can't remember who suggested a planetary nebula, but that sounds like it would be nice. And yes, Tink totally just wants to be involved. It's a PPL. I don't know what PPL means. Like, I see that and I want to think people. Oh, PPN. I also don't know what that means. Unless you mean like planetary nebula. Campbell's, which, yes, that's how I pronounce Campbell. Actually, no, I pronounce it Camel. Welcome to Youngstown. So, Camels. Protoplanetary nebula. What's a protoplanetary nebula? I have to add nebula. Otherwise, it's not going to be. Although, if I add hydrogen star, that would probably pull it up. Means it's on the small side. Okay. I am okay with that. And I am leaning around my microphone, which we'll just stick that there. So I can see... I wonder if it will... Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, so here... Oh, planetary... Oh, that's the Hourglass Nebula. So here is a link I found. I play poker badly. Counter Earth. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Tinker is sitting so nicely. Because she's waiting for those Cheerios. Waiting for those Cheerios. So that's what I found about... Ignore the picture, because the picture's not of Camel's hydrogen star. So we may or may not be able to find it in Mast. But we will give it a shot. The picture on that thing is the Hourglass Nebula, which, from the variation of colors, looks like it should have been imaged with enough filters to do the thing. Mike says, I am so old I had to switch to half decaf and half calf. You want that's not a bad thing. I make cold brew. Apparently that is one of my superpowers. And I have to be super careful. Like, Favorite Human will drink that stuff straight, right? And it's essentially espresso. So he drinks it straight. I take literally a shot glass, fill the shot glass with coffee, dump that into a pint glass, add milk or water and sugar, and that's what I drink, and sometimes it's still too much. So I've just, instead of going half calf, half decaf, I just go for the, I'm gonna add a teeny tiny amount of coffee to my milk. And I have coffee brewing right now, which is why I don't have coffee to drink at the moment. So, yes, you are sitting so nicely and on camera. It's almost like I figured out what makes you stay there. Puck's like, but where's mine? Ay. Okay. So, going to pull up mast in another window. I don't know why Firefox wants to do his thing. Hey! Walker! It's raining. It never rains where you are. You should not be afraid. You should go around and dance in it and freak out, you know, the other humans you live with. I will totally trade you that liquid for the frozen liquid because it's bad. This is literally the only time of year where I miss upstate New York. And before you go, wait, what? Upstate New York knew how to deal with large amounts of snow just being dumped on them. Like, the kids here, if it was a school day, would have the day off. Upstate New York, no. 2-hour delay. You're still going in. Yeah, y'all are fine. Hey, yeah, upstate New York. I lived around Fort Drum, because that's where the X was stationed. It is totally a learned talent, Veronica. Totally. I spent a single winter in upstate New York, and I was essentially banned from driving, which wasn't a big deal because we only had the one car anyway, and I wasn't working. But yeah, that's totally a thing. I'm gonna switch things around here. I know, you didn't like living in upstate New York either, did you? No, you did not. Tinker especially did not like upstate New York because the snow was deeper than she is tall. And even though Tinker was born in Colorado, Tinker does not like being wet or cold, especially both, because where she was born in upstate Colorado, where she was born in Colorado is actually like a desert. So, yeah. Huh. Apparently I had at one time set up a thing. There we go. I'm still setting up my other thing, so you'll have to excuse me. Oh, I know. Quit working. Hey, thanks for the bits. Toss some bits at the dogs. That's what they were waiting for. That's what they were waiting for. So this is just going to be... There we go. Now I'm just adjusting things because I can do that. Ha 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 ha. Let's see what we're doing today. We are searching mast. Mast or planetary. And now I have to make sure I spell this right. Nebula. Because I infamously cannot spell. Hey, there we go. Although you'd think that with like Chai Latte Nebula's name, I'd pick up on that whole spelling thing a lot faster. No, no, no. So line that up right there. Boom! So the only thing that's not going to be shown is chat, which I'm fixing that right now. Maybe. It is locked. Why is it locked? And fix, 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 fix. Please ignore me. And that should fix it. Boom! Alright, so let me pull chat back up, because I see things happening. Hey, Silvershot! Now, I've grown up with snow. I know how to drive in snow. My ex was just overcautious. And I think towards the end of the winter, I finally just said, F it, and I'm driving. That was also because I had a car. But yeah, I kind of miss how New York dealt with snow. And I would love to see that video, Walker, if you still have it. Oh, you don't have a video. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, Tinker's like, hey, 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 human, where are these Cheerios? Alright, so I guess we should officially begin, shall we? Hello, beautiful, beautiful humans. I am your host, Annie Wilson, and today we're having Science Sunday, otherwise known as my office hours. So, with that, we're going to be searching MAST for Planetary Nebula, because it is time to do another image! Hooray! And Larry Weird and Proud is asking about Dr. Pamela. She is, as far as I know, this is going to be like just off screen. Trust me, I'm stopped touching my mic. She is, as far as I know, still in Boston, at the convention, and probably hating the weather, as Paranor says, and things of that nature. So, oh good, it did pull up the advanced search. Object name or permission, object type. Oh no, I want that column. That's not at all what I wanted though. Mission, filters, instrument, waveband, target name, sequence number, target classification, star, galaxy, unidentified, parallel field. Oh wait, here we go. Updating data. Hey, SideMT. Yeah, I think she comes back on Monday, but I'm not entirely too sure. Alright, so we found 5,000 records for Planetary Nebula. And... oh wait, that's right. I said we were going to look for Camel's hydrogen star first. Let's see if that actually pulls up anything. What? It did? I am not slated for daily space tomorrow, and I probably should find out if I am. Because that means I know what I'm doing tonight, which is getting ready for daily space. So I don't know if we're even looking at the right part of the sky. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, or TSA delays. Apparently in Pittsburgh, TSA has been an issue. It is not off-topic, Silvershot. Lunar eclipse tonight. I hope those of you that don't live in an area that normally gets snow and rain get a chance to see it. Cough, cough, Walker. Cough, cough. Go outside tonight, Walker. Refsmat says, I get a mental picture of Camel's hydrogen star looking like a cup of tomato soup. Oh, thank you for realizing that, you know. No, you have not missed it yet. You are fine. You have not at all missed it. But that's not that colorful. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. And embiggen all my UI or all of my text on my system because I desperately need glasses. Desperately need glasses. But it kind of messes with web pages, which I had already essentially had zoomed in. All right, so this is, let's just zoom in more. What's this square thing? Or this square thing? Okay, so I think we can get a look of it. Hey, Fenring! Unscrambling near-infrared properties of young planetary nebula. So it's a planetary nebula. It's not the right planetary nebula. Or maybe it is. Alright. So we're gonna close this. And let's see what filters we can get. So we want an image instead of a spectrum. No, tonight's eclipse is not for Europeans, unfortunately. Although Silvershot is saying maybe it is. I have no idea. All right, so we're going to take this band and this band and this band. Show 35 more. See? Puck disagreed strongly with that. There is no mail today, guys. Here, have some Cheerios and be quiet. At maximum, it'll be light in East Europe, though. Hey, Michael, hello from Denver. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you around here before. I am Annie, and right now we are searching for data. It is your first visit. It's alright, Larry. We're all allowed to be wrong. So what we're doing now is looking at MAST, and hopefully we will find something that we can colorize. If you have any suggestions, feel free. Hey, our instro. There we go. Planetary Nebula. That might help if I selected that. Tinkerbell. Puck. No. 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 They give you a lot of things that you can search for. Alright, so... I don't want that one selected anymore. Okay. So we have those selected. And I can't remember. It looks like it's from 2 different proposals, which is fine. It happens. So more actions. Show details. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's a little small. We can work with that. Our in-store says it's clear and blustery with the chance of Super Wolf Blood Moon. Excuse me. Oh, that one's a better image. Yeah, I am not entirely convinced that we'll get anything here. Huh, interesting. So, it looks like there are some decent images. Proposal 11122, which is a fantastic proposal number. So we're going to search. I thought there was a way to do proposal numbers on here. Potentially not. So we're going to go by principal investigators. What was this first one? Was this one just a lot of noise? It was a lot of noise. That one wasn't as nicely clean. So we're going to go with... And that looks like 3 different filters. Self-destruct selected. Confirm? No. No, do not confirm. Alright, so... These are all from the same thing, and there are those are both the same filter. So there's 1, 2, 3 different filters, and I'm not entirely too sure about any of these, like why there's 2 of them. So that happens sometimes. And it looks like they're probably just images. And I may or may not be able to stack them. So can I save these somewhere? I can. Add data to download basket. Cool. I'm going to close that. I didn't realize you were in Japan. Well, hello to Japan. Hooray! That's got to be a, oh my goodness. I can't think of what the time difference is there. Part of me is like, it's got to be the middle of the night. It's just the cat, guys. It's just the cat. They're going to freak out about the cat in a second, and I apologize profusely. But they can hear the cat, and they don't like the fact that they can hear the cat. Oh, here's another one. Alright, so what was this? This was all ladder. So we'll select all of ladders. Which looks like it was all done in infrared. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. I must have picked up some crud at the conference. The cat you will never see on camera because he's afraid of the white fluffy dog, which... Come here, Puck. Not so much afraid of the white fluffy dog. So the white fluffy dog is Puck. Who, you know, that's whose butt you see. Puck likes to chase the cat. The cat does not like to be chased. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. So, holy crap. Hello, Side MT. I'm hoping that this is a normal time of day for you to be awake. I really am. And then the little one that you see on camera right now is Tinkerbell. And Tinker loves the cat. The cat and Tinker love each other. Tinker will lick the cat incessantly, and the cat will actually seek this out. And it's funny because it's sometimes the cat will, or the dog will hold down the cat, and it's just kind of funny. Ah, okay. Well, I'm glad your sleep's not all screwed up and that you're a night owl and that this is a perfectly normal thing for you. That does make me feel better. Arnstra, we hate your dog too. Arnstra doesn't have dogs. He has cats. He has cats. And kids, I think. I'm not so sure about that one. But definitely cats. It's Sunday. The mail doesn't come today. Calm down. Alright, so we're going to add all of this to the download basket. We aren't actually going to download these today. Or I'm not going to do it on the stream. I'm just showing you how to get the data. So, target name. Oh, here's the target name. That's actually what we're looking for. The PK 64-5 Delta. And that is Harrington, which I don't think we have Harrington stuff up. That is totally the, and bunnies! I forgot about the bunnies! Because I know we've talked about your bunnies. Oh, you're welcome, Restmat. It's like, this is one of those, colorizing space data is one of those things that if you have the right tools, practically anybody can do. But getting the right tools can be tricky. So, okay. So that's one thing. So yes, you can totally do it entirely for free using Fitz Liberator. Okay. So that's Camel's star, and you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that I call it a star. Or camel instead of Campbell. Which I can do, but feels weird. Do an advanced search. Alright. So we want a... Yeah, I hear somebody digging. I must be Puck digging. So we want Planetary Nebula. Where are you? Central Star. I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. And Pluto system? Dwarf planet? Yes, I finished with NGC 1300. I have not posted it anywhere, but it is pretty much finished. I am both proud and kind of terrified that I'm getting through them so quickly. Because it used to be, oh yeah, I'll spend one stream searching for a thing, and one stream doing Fitz Liberator, and one stream doing this, and it seems like all of those are compacting. And I still like taking some time and searching for different things that can be done, because sorry. Because I don't want to download while I'm streaming. I really don't. And... oh wow, we can pull up a whole bunch of stuff. And I do want to get into more... let's see, we want image, which brings that down. I do want to get into more, using more of Astroconda and such things to, you know, do more image stacking, because I feel like I'm to that point. But I think we'll probably just do one more normal stacking without extra processing in Astraconda to essentially make sure that I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm not entirely comfortable, but comfortable enough that I can figure it out. Instead of being like, oh no, what's this whole thing I'm doing? So, we picked the, let's see, we don't need principal investigator in here. We don't need proposal ID. I don't care about start time or end time. Exposure length, proposal type. Yeah. Data rights. I do need to check. What are the data rights? Make sure I use public, which still hasn't changed anything. Proprietary and exclusive access mean the same thing now. And that's essentially, words are hard. It's essentially data that's locked for research purposes before papers are published. So, aww. There's like 2 or 3 different Japanese writing systems, though. I'm not entirely too sure what to do with the imagers when I'm done either. Apparently there's a group of people on Twitter that are like, hey, we do astronomy image processing. But because I don't post my images there, I don't post them to Instagram, I don't post them to Facebook, they literally sit on my computer and I don't know what to do with them. Because it's public data, I don't think I'm allowed to profit off of that, although that doesn't stop many people from taking the public images and making pretty things and making money off of that. So, yeah, I don't know what to do with the images once I'm done with them. I'm doing them, I think it's cool, I don't know what to do when I'm done. So, I'm just writing a quick list right here of things. Yeah, I need to work on my portfolio terribly because I have all of these skills, but I don't have a quick way to show people, yeah, I can take 360-degree image and video with, you know, either a one-shot camera like, I just lost the name of it. Either like a one-shot camera or the Tesseract of GoPros where I have to actually stitch and line everything up manually. I can take passport photos, for example, which is really a skill, especially in my area, because the places that offer passport photos don't often know what they're doing, and it's terrible, and you pay money and you get crap. I also regularly take photos and process photos. I don't do a whole lot of it like I used to, but I mean, photography is totally a skill I have. I just don't do it. Or I just don't have a portfolio of it other than what's on my Instagram, and lots of people have an Instagram. Hydrogen star. Just writing a quick list. And the things like I can use Blender, I can use Blender, I don't like to use Blender. There's a lot of image-based stuff that I should put in a portfolio and be like, here's what I can do. But I don't have a proper portfolio. I'm not entirely sure how to set one up. I am not trained at all in art. And Yeah, my background's in computer science, and I don't think I even quite have a proper code portfolio put together. And some of that's just organizing, and some of that's, you know, that stuff's on my older computer, which is dead, etc., etc., etc. Besides, saying things like, I helped fix a starball is a whole lot more impressive than I can take 360-degree photo video. Even though not a lot of people know what either of those mean. Anyways, let's click search and see what we find. And it should update the Astro View. It did not update the Astro View. Oh, there it goes. There potentially is a... There potentially is a subreddit group. Or, yeah, subreddit that would work. I don't know what that is. It's pretty, isn't it? I'm not sure why it pulled it up like that. On a little bit, see if I can get some more information on the target classification. I don't want emission lines. Why is it showing me emission lines? It's a planetary nebula. Because emission lines aren't things I can work with. Oh, they have interacting binary, pulsating variable, irregular variable. There's a lot of stuff here. Cometary nebula. What's a cometary nebula? Nova-like. Hey, don't start that. I hear you. I hear you wanting to do it. Don't do it. He's like, but mom. That's not pretty. Alright, so we definitely don't want... I don't know why it's still showing planetary or emission lines. Do I have to hit apply? I don't think so. You guys are bad at your job. You're not on camera. Alright, so what's this one? That's not a whole lot to look at. And we are going to sort these by proposal ID. That way, when I get a proposal ID that I like, we can just work from there. And if I don't like it, we can just kind of move on. Oh, show preview. I keep forgetting that's a thing. Alright, so yeah, that makes my life a whole lot easier. Some of these totally are emission lines. What is happening here? I have a lot happening here. I'll pull this up so you can see what I'm talking about. Show details. So there's a lot happening here, and I don't know what all is happening, but that looks a bit beyond things I feel comfortable doing. And I don't mind doing multiple wavelengths. Oh, here's something with some gas. What proposal is this? I'm gonna jot down this proposal number so we can come back to it. 10393. And I think this is part of a larger image. Show details. Look at all of this gas right here. This is totally taken with ASC, WFC, because there's that line down the middle, which is totally normal, by the way. Where is it? Show cutout. I don't even know what cutout is. Footprints all selected. Let's do that. Where is my selected image? I lost it. More actions. Focus astro view on the coordinates. There we go. That is totally a cloud. It says it's a planetary nebula. Huh. Interesting. And if I'm correct... Y'all got quiet on me. So I like how this one looks. And I'm just adding squares to it. But this is beyond my abilities right now. This looks like it might be a pretty deep field. So I like how this looks, but it's beyond my abilities because it's multi-images and I don't know how to stitch that together. So we're going to skip on to the next thing. A lot of these are stars. That's a reflection nebula. And I lost everything. Do. Did I lose the internet? I sure lost my search, though. I sure lost my search. Alright. Image. Let's see, what were we doing? Planetary nebula. Oh, wait, now I'm kind of curious. Where is the... You guys have anything you want me to look up in particular? RefSmat says small Magellanic clouds. You want to what? For giggles, let's do it. Okay, good. I am reassured that I am still on the internets. Yeah, I think that's what you meant too, but... And I think you're right. I didn't want time series, I wanted image. There we go. Oh, wow. And so are the wiggle butts. It's cool, it has neat objects embedded and the... There you go, see? That counts as a thing. The 47... Toucan globular cluster. Yeah, my wiggle butts are being barky butts. Could not resolve to position. Come on. Come on. Come on. If you're going to have an opinion, get up here. There you go. Besides, this way you're closer to Cheerios. You have Cheerio breath. They have strong opinions. What are you barking about? Mail does not come today. Okay. Do you want to look at Pluto? Let's see if we can find Pluto, shall we? Just for giggles. Yeah, better Cheerio breath than everything else. Just watching and learning, not sure what the end result goal will be. Could not resolve Pluto to a position. That's hilarious. I, right now, I'm just searching for an image to process. Why does it not want to do... Let's do random search. Right now, I'm just looking for an image to process. By process, I mean pull it down, colorize it, or pull it down, run it through Fits Liberator, colorize it, make it pretty. Because not all of the images that come through telescopes, in fact, none of the images that come through telescopes they don't come down in color. They come down in grayscale. And they're kind of boring. And if you're lucky, you know, they'll be overlapped like this. Let's see if I can do that. Show details. If you're lucky, they'll be overlapped like this. And that white line you see in between there is a chip gap. Which is totally normal. I don't know why there's so many streaks. Were they trying to get... They may have been trying to get mission lines. I know, right? Yeah, so essentially, yeah. We will process it so we can see greater details. I know. You don't have a favorite object, do you? A Juno pick. Is that a mission I can choose from? Let me close this and go back to the main search. Let's do advanced search. All of the Jupiter. Messier 48. Let's see. Oh, I know. I know. I know. All right, instruments. Goes to check his chicken. Are you gonna share? You're not allowed to talk about it and not share. Why is Juno not a thing on here? Messier 48 may not be so hot. Yeah, not all of the images are. Hi. No. How do we have images already tagged with JWST? These are questions I have. Oh, the mission has a dedicated site for the raw data and processed images. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Juno. That is not what I expected to happen. Astronomy. We'll go to the Wikipedia page. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. He's like, but Mom. Mom. Juno's spacecraft. All right. Ooh. Nice. These look like they're already processed. This is where we will... No, these are raw images. Okay. Hey, Tink. Okay, no, these are indeed raw images. Tinkerbell. I only have room for one dog. Would you like to be the dog in my lap? Sorry, trying to, they have exactly no scientists tasked for image processing due to mission focus. Hey, you. Would you like an Oreo? Cheerio? She's like, but I don't want to be in your lap. So they have time-lapse sequences, which we're lucky there was even a camera put on it. Huh. Alright, sorry about that. I'm going to put my earphones back on in a second. They are now outside barking at whatever they're barking at outside. Because even though it's cold, you know, it's not going right into my microphone that way. So cool. This looks pretty cool. And I wonder why the images are like half done like this. They're just in weird slices. So these are things that I would not run through Fitz Liberator. This does look like a project that I would do. The planet's too big to see all of. Okay, that makes sense. Hi, Horrible Hog. We are just looking for images for me to process. It started off searching for Planetary Nebula, and now somebody suggested we check out Juno Cam. There's totally a part of me that wants to be like, we're gonna just shove all of these images together. But I don't think we can. It almost looks like that's possible. Let's see what this time-lapse sequence looks like. Okay. Blue, green, red. So this is actually raw data from the Juno Cam. And it is not the pretty picture of Jupiter that you are used to seeing. It looks like they did indeed stack the images already. Which, that's just a script to make that happen. But it's not very colorful. And they have public filters, so apply. And here you can see some of the images that people have, you know, enhanced. And they are much, much more colorful. And this one's a bit more artsy, but that's still okay. So while this is cool, this is a bit... I think we're going to save this for a different time. What does masked mean? It is Archive for Space Telescope. I forget what the M stands for. It is for somebody's name. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Paranor. So yeah, this is pretty, but I think I'm going to save this for another day. The trickiest part is that I actually, in order for me to work on any of this, I actually have to download the data. And when I was running through tutorials, when I began with all of this, and all of those videos are archived on YouTube, by the way, it was really easy for me to go ahead, download the data ahead of time, show you where to go get it, and then proceed. But since now I'm doing it from the jump, it's almost one of those things where, like, I want to download the data, but then we have to wait for the download to finish, and then I have to unzip it, and that takes time. And it's not fun to watch at all. So that is super cool, and I think we will come back to that another day. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh, here we go. Target classification. I'm going to tell it to show more. Enter text here. Pluto system. Records found. It's thinking about it. 1,000. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, I've seen those bowling balls, Arinstro. They're amazing. Okay, infrared, Pluto system. We're gonna zoom in. And we don't want HST for this. We really don't. HST is not a good one for this. We want New Horizons, which technically isn't a, I don't know if no, it should be, but filters, instrument, edit filters. Alright, so we're going to pull up the advanced search again. Because even though I do want Pluto, I don't want it through Pluto system. I don't want it through Hubble. And some of you are going to be like, why not Hubble? Hubble actually takes a really, really blurry image of Pluto. And I don't see New Horizons listed, so that's probably not going to be a thing. So let's try... Jupiter's closer. So let's do planet Jupiter. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Target, oh. Go Jupiter. Do planet Jupiter. Jupiter. And then... yeah, that's 1,000 in some images. Alright. So let's search for that. And here we go, right here. Here's Jupiter through what is probably... oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Alright, we've got to wait for it to load. Yeah, bowling balls are expensive. I imagine you wouldn't be buying them too often. Look at me all screwing everything up. I totally did. I need to stop doing that. Cannot resolve planet Jupiter to a location. Oh my goodness. Alright. Planet Jupiter. We want images. And 1, 2, 3, go! And a little bit. They could probably stay out till the end of the stream. Alright, cool. So, let's do this the proper way, shall we? Here's Jupiter. And it doesn't say when this was taken, but the proposal number is, the proposal ID is 4 numbers, so that's pretty low. It's okay that you missed the last couple of launches. You work and you have a family. It's just, you are totally a nerd about all of this so much more than I am. And, yeah. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to sort by proposal ID. If it'll want to sort by proposal ID. Come on, sort. Is it sorted by proposal ID? Kind of. But not really. Was sitting in a meeting about how the best comment says of ours were coming online. Okay. So yeah, these are pretty cool. They are not sorting by proposals, so we want stores. Alex, okay. Well, I'm going to assume that it was some sort of project that is coming online. ComSats. There we go. Yeah, I kind of figured that's what you were talking about with ComSats and all. Knowing what you do. We has new ones. Hooray! Who were they launched by? Are you allowed to tell us? Our intro totally totally has a military to civilian success story of doing communications signal stuff in the military and then going on and doing that in civilian. And he is indeed the keeper of secrets. Ree! Pitchfork. I'm not sure why you're reeing, but... Oh, okay. And that may have been one of the latest launches. I actually have to think about that. Because I know that wasn't... I know they had a couple of them not too long ago. I think one that I was actually out of town for. Okay, so there's a lot of pictures of October. Okay. And they're just now coming online? That seems kind of weird. Alright, so I'm looking at these Jupiter pictures, and while they're very pretty, I'm seeing rotation, which can be problematic for when I'm trying to stack images. And mostly... And as some of you are like, it looks like one big ball. I know, right? But, there's a lot of rotation happening in these images. So, it's cool but it's not going to work for what I want to do. Oh, okay. That totally makes sense for why they are just now coming online. Yeah, the ULA finally had their spy satellite launch. Finally. I was kind of impressed that it happened yesterday, because I think they had scrubbed 2 or 3 times before that, and I think the last scrub was due to hydrogen leak. Part of me wanted to say helium, but helium isn't flammable, and hydrogen totally is. Oh, that's pretty. This might work. It was a pretty... That was the first time I had seen a Delta Heavy launch. And for a second, I literally thought it was going to catch on fire and explode. Especially because the launch before that was solid fuel, and I'm like, okay. And this one was just... This one was a lot. It was a lot. Favorite Human and I were literally like, is everything okay? Is this gonna blow up? But I guess it was okay. Oh, these were done with Swift. That's cool. That's super cool. Silvershot asks, has anyone seen a launch in person? I have not. Several in the chat have. I had the opportunity when I was much, much younger, and I kind of blew it because at the time I did not appreciate how rare launches were, and I think it was actually a space shuttle launch too. But I was on a class band trip, and we were in Florida, and we already had a really packed schedule, and to get up to go see the launch last minute would have required us to get up at 3 or 4 in the morning, and we were already exhausted. So I was the one that said, out of the entire bunch, or out of the entire bus of students, I was the one that said no. And I have mixed feelings on that. And part of it is I shouldn't have done that. I should have said, yes, let's go, let's do it. Because the adults were all, yeah, let's go, let's do it. I was a teenager. Shuttle launches were extremely common. It was something that, you know, I remember my mom waking me up to go see a launch, and I was like, why are you waking me up to see a launch? This happens all the time. All the time. And I pretty much blew it for everybody on the bus. And then after that, my senior year of high school was the last space shuttle disaster, the name of which I can't remember at the time, or I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but yeah, so that happened, and then yeah, I think all of that really kind of just put everything in perspective. So yeah, I was totally a party pooper. Yeah, Columbia. I was thinking it was Columbia, but I wasn't entirely too sure. Yeah, it was it was kind of it was sad, the whole thing. So, like I said, I kind of feel bad, but we really did have a packed schedule, and we were tired, and etc., etc. Which some people are like, that's not an excuse. Dude, it's totally an excuse. I was at a speech and debate tournament when I heard about Columbia. I think my friend actually sent me a message. And these are not images. What are you all doing showing me those graphs? And I was alive when Challenger happened, but I was too young to remember it. So, yeah. I happened to grow up in the time when shuttle launches were extremely common and nobody... I don't think any of us kids really took it. We all took it for granted. That this was a thing and this was going to continue to be a regular thing, and it ended up not being a regular thing. Okay, so I like the Swift data. Chosen One of Nurgle says, same, we couldn't imagine a time when there wouldn't be a space shuttle. Exactly. Yeah, this was totally normal, and now there's no space shuttle, and it feels weird. And that may be where I get some of my interest from watching launches from. It may not be. So I'm going to add these to my bucket. It's not wanting to search, or it's not wanting to sort by observation ID, which makes me sad. So yeah, that's what that all of that was about. So SideMT says, I wanted to see a space shuttle launch someday, but the project ended before I got to see it. Yeah, pretty much is how I felt like, oh, I will see this. Because I remember being in Florida and being like, I will see this eventually. I will see this one day. Today is just not one of those days. I am too tired. I'll come back to Florida eventually. I'll do this another time. And like so many other things in life, another time never came to be. I would love to see a launch. There are still launches. I don't think I'd be able to go to the launch and live stream it because people have tried to do that and the bandwidth just disappears as soon as, you know, things get ready for the launch, because everybody's there trying to like film it, FaceTime it, everything. And it's a huge load on the system. So, you know what? Can I search just by that thing? What's the target name? What's the observation ID is what I'm looking for. And the observation ID is not a thing here. Ha ha ha. How funny. Yeah, and it's a thing. It's a thing. Anyways, with all of that, we have found... Go to the Cape, but let SpaceX do the stream. Totally. Totally. Me going to go see a rocket launch now is a matter of funding, and... yeah, it's mostly a matter of funding. I have the time, I don't have the funds. So, and with that, I have well over 1,000 files in my download basket. And the beeping already happened, and the dogs are outside. So we're Gonna swap over to the things, and we're just gonna chat. Cyber JJ asks, so where do you go to see launches nowadays? They still occur mostly in Florida, Cape Canaveral. There are a few in California, but pretty much you have to be on one of the coasts. You can also go to New Zealand if you really want to go see an Electron launch by Rocket Lab. Go to French Guiana to see the Arianespace launches. Roscosmos has several launch sites. China has several launch sites. And I don't know anything about either of those countries because I do not speak or read Russian or Mandarin. Yeah, so that's pretty much where you go. Otherwise, you know, if you're going to watch them virtually, tune in here. We'll cover the ones that happen at a humane hour. Oh yeah, DPI says India has 2 launch sites as well. That's right, they do. India also still uses Arianespace to put some of their stuff up. So speaking of launches, let me take a peek at Rocket Launch Live. The next launch is indeed tomorrow. It is a Chinese launch, which means there's not going to be live video. If there is live video, if you find live video of a Chinese launch, tag me in Discord, tag me in Slack, tag me in all of the places because I totally would love to see it. Joseph Nurgle says ones in California are at Vandenberg Air Force Base, but you can't really go to the base to see it. I wonder if you can, if you have military credentials. But nearby town, Lompoc, you can see the launch just fine, assuming no fog, which is unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, I would totally assume that Russia has inaccessible for the public launch sites. I know one of the launch sites for China was accessible to the public because there totally was a stream. But generally there aren't streams. And as much as I love to see Chinese launches, I don't want to see one in person because the last time I went to China, they thought I was a spy. Like, my friends, the guy that was, you know, essentially my guide was like, his dad was seriously convinced I was a spy and made no secret of it. Yeah, really. I was in the military at the time, and I went to Hong Kong and China for my R&R because when they tell you can go pretty much anywhere in the world round trip for free, yeah, you go. A CAC will get you onto Vandenberg Air Force Base, but won't get you out on the ranges without special credentials. That's okay. Being on the Air Force Base would be close enough. Yeah, I was only in China, mainland China, for 2 or 3 days, which was more than enough for me. I totally missed Hong Kong with their Western toilets in English, and there is definitely, at least 10 years ago, and I believe there still is, there is definitely a huge culture difference between Hong Kong and mainland China. Yeah. Yeah, I really missed Western toilets. That was an experience. It was the first time I'd ever been anywhere that didn't have Western toilets. Yeah, they thought I was a spy simply because I was in the military. I essentially had told everybody that I was with, look, I am in the military, but you cannot tell anybody that I'm in the military for my own safety. Literally, it was for my safety that hardly anybody knew I was in the military. And because I'm female, that's easy. It's easier for me to pass as a civilian, especially at the time. I would just put my hair down and put on a skirt. Not really put on a skirt. I didn't always put on a skirt. But yeah, if I let my hair down, I didn't obviously have the standard haircut. And as long as I didn't do some of the mannerisms, I was fine. Ernestro says there's a row of hills in the way, though, so you won't see anything until it gets up in the air. Anyways, I don't care. That's still close enough. Annie not in sweats. Yeah, Annie does not always wear sweats. Annie is bundled up in sweats today because snowpocalypse is still happening. I don't think they've plowed our street yet. And they may not plow our street until tomorrow. Only spies wear skirts, it is known. I think we got 6 inches, which I'm sorry to everybody that uses metric. I think we got 6 inches of snow. It's hard to tell because it's drifting. Like, it's drifting in the dog door, it's drifting within the screen door at the side of the house. It's drifting snow, and there's way more of it than we usually get. And it's gross and terrible, and I'm not leaving the house. In fact, I'm not leaving the house till Tuesday, where hopefully some of this should be cleaned up. I heard snowblowers earlier. We couldn't get my snowblower to work on Friday? Saturday? I can't remember which day it was. Friday. We couldn't get my snowblower to work on Friday when there was no snow. And I haven't exactly felt like going outside to see if I can get it started. Favorite human did not dig out this morning. He took one look at the snow around his car and said nope and called an Uber. The Uber finally got here, and I think he was about 40 minutes late for work. Hi, Phoenix. Welcome. Is it supposed to be thawing again already, Annie? I think Tuesday is when the thaw will start. Where's my phone? My phone can give me this information. Chosen Nurgle says, hey, I don't have any dogs. You wanna know what? Look, I'm gonna do this just for you guys. So here's the Cheerios. There's the dog cam. I'm gonna make it rain. And then I'm gonna go get the dogs. So give me 1 second. Make it rain! I need to go get dogs to clean this up. I'll be right back. I promise. Ugh. That's your crate. That is not the bits. There you go. There you go. A little salt for all that snow. Could be a novel title. Rain Before the Dogs. I don't know where the little one is. I figured she would have been the first one through the dog door. I may actually have to go dig her out. Oh yeah, that's right. I was checking the weather before. You know, Arnstro's like, have some salt! Have some salt. Okay, open up my weather app. Forecast. That's not in the right thing, so I'll open up my other app. Yes! Puck is totally living snow. My weather app says below effing 0. It's authentic weather. I highly recommend it. Right now it is negative 9 degrees Celsius. It feels like negative 17 degrees Celsius. Our high today is supposed to be negative 2. Our low is negative 13. tomorrow is not any better. And the day after that, we finally have a high of 0 degrees on Tuesday. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna thaw till Wednesday. Hey, it's okay. I don't think we're gonna thaw till Wednesday. 0 degrees, heat wave. Pretty much. It's usually not this chilly in the winter until it's January. So, and we got a, I know he is such a cute cloud. Yes, he is. I'm mildly worried about the Dachshund. It doesn't usually get this cold until it's February, and one of my friend's sisters is now in the US, and she's from Kenya, and I was helping her Friday put her bed frame together, and I told her, don't go out this weekend if you don't have to. Call an Uber, call a Lyft. I mean, she doesn't have a car anyways. She's never seen snow, and she's only been in the States for a couple weeks. And her sister and her brother-in-law had essentially gotten here at the tail end of summer when it was weather that they were used to having super warm, because we get blistering summers here too. And all I could think is this poor girl shows up in the middle of the school year and has to deal with snow right away. Not even a nice introduction to the country, you know, how things are going before the bad weather hits. Nope. Snow right away. DPI says, I miss the snow, but I guess you only miss snow if you don't have to clear it away. Yeah. Hey, Karaza. I am terrible at names. Kenya Equator Peeps. Yeah, pretty much. Their first year, they were totally not used to the fact that the lengths of days changed and things like that. So, yeah, it was an experience experiencing that with them, and most of them have now since moved away to grad schools and whatnot, and yeah, I miss them. Anyway, now I have a new Kenyan. Hooray, new Kenyans! You miss it when you realize you're going to be 110 degrees Fahrenheit for the second week in a row. Yeah, you know, I think I did kind of miss snow when I was in Kuwait. No, I didn't. I think I just missed having cooler weather in the summer, because I remember 90 degrees feeling refreshingly cool. Are you done? There's more Cheerios, I'm sure. See if we can lure him out. So, alright, so launches. So tomorrow, that's China. There's one on Monday that has no time, so if it has no time, I can't cover it. There's one on the 24th that looks like it'll interfere with Daily Space. So maybe I'll do Daily Space that day. Or maybe Pamela will cover the launch. And that looks like that's it for the month. I'm pretty, not that there's too many weeks left in the month, but yeah, pretty light month for launches. The only snow-related thing that I miss is living in upstate New York, which I said earlier in the stream, and that was simply because they knew how to deal with all this snow. I'm super annoyed that the street hasn't been plowed, and people here do not get ticketed if they don't shovel their sidewalks, so nobody, myself included, I'm a terrible human being for that, they don't shovel their sidewalks. So, yeah. That is literally the only thing I missed from upstate New York. Literally. Anyways, so unless you all have any questions, which I think now we're just chatting. 1 day of snow here in December, but at that time I was away in Berlin. I was kind of jealous. Aw, I'm sorry. Chosen of Nurgle says the shutdown doesn't affect launch security or anything. That's a really good question. I don't know the answer. I imagine that is part of the reason why the launch calendar is pretty light. Also, it's winter, and it's not... Bad things have happened when we've launched spacecraft in winter. I think the people that are in charge of that are considered essential personnel and are possibly working without pay. So they may also be doing their job and like 3 other people's jobs who aren't considered essential. So it's hard to say. The shutdown did totally affect the New Horizons coverage on New Year's Eve, but I don't know what all is happening. So the Falcon Crew demo, Dragon demo, isn't delayed too much. I know it has been delayed because it was supposed to happen this month, and that was pushed to the 9th, and there is no... Yeah, because the test flight was set for January. There's no time on that yet. That might get pushed back again. I can't remember if they're... Oh, it is an uncrewed flight. It's uncrewed, and it's by SpaceX, so... Yeah. But as far as, like, FAA stuff and all the other things is what I think some of us were thinking about our instro and how all of that works. But yeah, as I'm looking through a lot of this, I'm seeing a lot of stuff tentatively scheduled for February, but not hard scheduled. Not hard scheduled yet, which is fine. But yeah, it was, and things get pushed back all the time. I know. Are you gonna tell Tinker to come inside? Do we have to dig her out? I think I might literally have to go rescue the dog. Hey, can you sit? Puck. Puck. Yeah, right there. Give everybody the eye. The one eye. So, anyways, humans, I hope you learned things today. I know he's adorable. I hope you learned things today. I hope you are not all buried under snow like I am, and if you are, bundle up. He didn't hear them. I tossed them, but he didn't hear them. I will see you soon. It might be tomorrow. It might not be till next week. Who knows? Chaos will be ascending. If you're waiting for Hangoutathon things to show up in your mailbox, don't worry, they will show up soonish. They are in boxes and ready to go to the shipper, and they may already be at the shipper and on the way to your homes. So with that, this has been a production in association with Planetary Science Institute in sunny Tucson, Arizona, and Youngstown State University in Youngstown, Ohio, where it is very cloudy and snowy. Don't forget to look up tonight for the eclipse. Google it for the times. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with me and all the other things. So, yeah. Until next time, I will see you. And now I have to awkwardly do the credits because I am never ready for the credits. You'd think I'd be able to do my spiel. Well, you know, thinking about getting ready for the credits. No, nope, 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 nope. Hi, Zoro, Zero, Zero. Yeah. I am terrible at... No, where'd the mail button go? bow. Da da. Ba da dee doo do. Buck has opinions. Hey, hey, hey. Ba doo doo. Beep dee. Ah. Da da. Ba doo doo. Beep bow. And thank you all.